Hey, Sandy, how are you?
30 seconds goes fast.
I'm not gonna lie, that countdown, it gives me anxiety. I'm gonna have I don't like countdowns. I've realized that. I
Come
just
on,
feel
it's
like
legit.
Okay, let's start. Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Dockham. I am a realtor and team lead of Crinsman Realty Group in Houston, Texas. And Sandy.
I'm Sandy Lynn Burnett, that broker girl, team leader of the brand new Team TBG, brokered by eXp Realty, Iowa and Illinois, real estate agent. I think I said enough to not get sued, hopefully.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
Don't sue me,
Congra-
Nar. Don't find me,
Congratulations
Nar.
on the
Thank
new team
you.
name and the changes. Good for you.
I'm excited.
Um, Yay. This is Real Estate Roller Coaster, a weekly unscripted podcast where we try to have a little fun and discuss the ups and downs of life as an agent, just offering an unfiltered account of what it's really like to be in this crazy industry. Um,
Mhm.
Sandy had a great idea for today's topic to talk about, I guess, what internet leads or just leads in general.
Yeah, I want to start doing game shows and stuff on our podcast. I just think it'd be really fun. Let's make it fun, guys. Real estate can suck sometimes. Might as well laugh your ass off.
You have to take your wins where you can. You're right. It can suck. And if you let it, it'll suck all of the time. Um,
And all of
it's
your hopes and dreams.
right.
And
It sucks the life right out of you. And I'm not I love my job. Disregard that. I love my job. It's wonderful. I do like what I do. It's just as we were talking about before we went live, mindset's very important. For me, I haven't been like in the best headspace today. I went to yoga this morning. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna relax, do my breathing." And like 5 phone calls later, here we are. So why not jump on live and do a podcast and share?
guys, I want to share with you that I don't feel safe right now alone with Amanda. Um, when I logged in, we were first going to do this via Zoom, and I logged in. And you know that feeling that you got when you're growing up and you're like, oh shit, mom's mad? Well, I've felt that several times over the last 30 minutes, and I want to reiterate I don't feel safe. Please send help.
Right? You need to like type out a safe word for the
Yeah.
listeners.
Okay. I'm going to do it.
So let's have some fun. Let's talk about leads. Do we love them? Do we hate them? Why do we pay for them? What's your take on leads?
I think leads are the necessary evil. And what I mean by that is until as a real estate agent, you have the luxury of attracting all of your business, basically sitting in your house half naked, eating a lifetime supply of original flavored Doritos.
Oh, we're going down that road. Okay.
Um, until that happens to you, you have to chase. And it's all about the chase, baby. So some people chase by doing amazing open houses. We'll totally do other episodes on stuff like that. And some people chase when they have enough money to buy the leads. They buy. We buy our chase, right? We're paying money to chase. So
No, I
it's
agree.
not a,
I
it's not enough to buy it though. You have
no,
to do the work,
no,
which
you
is
could spend
really what this episode's all about.
right. You could spend a ridiculous amount of money paying for leads and do absolutely nothing with them. And then you're like, wow, I've spent what 10 grand in the past, X amount of months and I have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
Personally, I did not start paying for online leads until I started my team because I knew how to sustain a business for one. But when it became 2, 3, 4, and I think my max has been 5 of us total in my team, including myself, I wanted to make sure I had leads for the team, and that's when I entered, like, the online lead game, and wow, was there a learning curve. For me, I'm that face-to-face person. If I can get in front of somebody, I got it. I can build that rapport and trust just seamlessly. It's just where my strengths lie. Trying to build rapport with somebody on the phone when they genuinely really aren't interested in talking to you anyway is difficult. Um, it was hard. You have to be truly comfortable with yourself and confident
You
to
have to be confident
yeah.
that you are actually doing these people a favor by calling them.
Right, and that's what I tell my
Once
team.
I got past that, it helped so much for my nerves. I'm trying to help you. God
Right.
damn it.
It's like I genuinely have something to offer you. Will you just not fucking hang up on me and listen to me for 15
Yeah.
seconds? Just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of a love-hate thing. I know personally the challenge that I have with them team-wise is just making sure the team follows up with them in a timely manner. And it's hard to not get caught up on how much I'm spending for, leads and just really make them comfortable with talking to strangers on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you guys do call nights at all?
I'm all about call nice. I think
Mhm.
that's cool. But what I actually do and what has by far gotten me the most business is video texting. And
Yeah, we
it's for me, it is the same exact way as cold calling. I'm recording that specifically for this person,
yeah.
telling them what's up so that they can see me, they can hear their name being said, things like that, something specific to their situation. So yeah, I have lots of like automated bomb and things like that. But honestly, of sending something like that to 10 people, like 3 will get back to me.
No, yeah, I agree. I'm honest. You're right. About every 10 people on a phone call, one will have a conversation with you.
Hmm.
We would do call nights where we would call the leads. If they were less than 30 days old, we were just trying to pick up the phone, just get them on the phone, feel them out, try
So
to
good. Yeah.
establish an intent. And we would keep up with how many times we were hung up on. We had, dials, connections, and hangups. And I would
Hmm.
always kind of bring like little incentives and gifts. And every call night, somebody would get a gift card that had like the most hangups. We tried to make it fun and not just let it
Hmm.
be because after an hour of calling leads, you're almost
It's
demoralized.
really hard.
It
Yeah.
really, really is. Did you start so you didn't start out with, just deciding to instantly purchase leads when you first started real estate?
No, but I still made phone calls with
Yeah.
things I didn't have to pay money for. So I scrub FSBO sites and things like that. And that's a lead that I didn't have to pay for. They paid themselves into that. You
No,
know what I mean?
yeah, I agree. I see a lot of new agents at my brokerage that they just kind of immediately jump in and start buying leads. I'm thinking to myself, okay, number one, when I started real estate,
Oh,
I was broke.
honey.
Right. It's like, well, first, I was broke when I started. Good for you for having, X amount of money a month to just kind of throw out there into the universe and hope to get something back. I was all about the free leads. I was the open house junkie because,
Hmm.
again, if I could just get in front of them and get them to talk to me, I was good at conveying the feeling that I genuinely cared about you and wanted to offer you something positive. Um, I did I was completely anti leads. Like you could not force me to call a lead. I mean, even if it was just like one of those free horrible brokerage leads that like comes in that's like a
Yeah.
$600 lease and there's a referral fee and you're probably going to make like 75 bucks off of it. I was still too chicken shit to call them. It's like, what do I say? Do I sound like an idiot? This person doesn't want to talk to me. I had talked myself out of it before I had even like picked up the phone.
Yeah. Well,
So
and not only that, but like I hate getting called by people. So I'm already like, I'm sorry that I have to do this to you. And in my mindset, right? The only thing that gets me through is like exactly how everybody can hear me talk right now. This is like how I am as a human being. So I will literally call somebody up and be like, so this is really creepy, but so you're on my website. And I just decided to be a hilarious stalker and call you. So what's up?
yeah,
You
no,
know, I
that
mean, I do it like in a more professional manner and where they would actually want to talk to a real estate agent, but I make it like funny because I'm just like, we
Comfortable.
both know that a million other agents have called you and stuff, but here's me as a human being, recognizing that I'm being a human being, and you're lucky that it's me calling you instead of some deadbeat. I'm gonna so get canceled. This is what I'm saying. I'm afraid of getting canceled.
Okay, so I've never been one to really call expireds, and I know there's a lot of business in expireds, but I also know, I mean, especially my market with the sheer amount of licensed agents, the minute that listing terminates, it's withdrawn or expires, I mean, it's 6 a.m. The poor seller, they start getting hit up. I've had, truth be told, I've had a listing. This is not great to admit. I've had a listing accidentally expire. We were still like it just completely slipped off my radar. And the next morning I log into my MLS and I'm like, shit, where's my listing? And I mean, just everything stopped. And I looked and it expired at midnight. And I
Didn't you get like the alerts like 6 days, 5 days? Like I get all these little alerts like
yes, Sandy. Yes, I did. I got each and every alert. Yeah.
okay.
Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah.
I mean,
No.
how could you let that happen?
Dude, I not gonna make excuses. It happened. It happened. Okay. Look away. Ask the past. I've gotten better. I now have people. I got it covered now. But yeah, it expired. And I got it back active and reached out to my seller. I was just like, hey, Mr. Seller, how's your morning going? I didn't want to exactly admit I fucked up. And he's like, it's been strange for the past 3 hours. I mean, my phone's just been blowing up with random real estate agents. I was like, oh, well, I had a few problems with your listing. I fixed it. It's back active. And he kind of laughed and he's like, it's no problem. I got very lucky with that. But I mean, I think if I remember correctly, he said he had 45 calls within an hour and a half.
Whoa. That must just be
Yeah.
like people who like hire like a service to do that
Yeah,
or something.
no,
Because
yes.
people must be on it in Houston.
And thinking about calling expireds builds to that anxiety because I already know they're in a bad mood because I'm the 15th agent.
They hate their agent already because like it expired.
Yeah, you're starting the battle ice skating uphill. I mean, it's
yeah.
So
they got burned.
And you have to convince them why you're different than the past 4 phone calls. So I've kind of stayed away from expireds. Nothing wrong with them. It's just not my cup of tea. I actually do better with just random online leads than the ones that are already pissy and hate real estate agents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I hate calling expireds. I'm pretty good with FSBOs just because I'm like, I tried to FSBO my own house one time, like before I became an agent. And so I want them to know, like, hey, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yes.
And I'm trying to help you. So that I feel like gets me a lot more. You have to get in the mindset where you truly feel like they're better off for taking your call. And until you get to that point, it's going to be a really rough battle.
Agreed.
Really rough road.
Mindset is 60% of this job. I mean, if you truly believe you can do it. And I know I've said in previous episodes that I look at other agents and I think to myself, they're not smarter than me. They're not outworking me. They're not smarter than me. It's like, what's the difference? What am I not catching? Mm-hmm. It's not that I'm doing something wrong. It's just I'm missing an ingredient. And I figured out it was just the mindset. And I know there's an old phrase like, eat the frog, first thing in the morning, do the most difficult thing that you're afraid of. And that way it's behind you. It's not eating away at you the entire day. I generally, when I am making my calls, it's a morning thing. I get it out of the way because the later in the day I wait, I make up more excuses and I find more things to do instead of making my calls.
Exactly. And that for me, it was working out. And even though I love working out now that I've eaten the frog enough times on that, still it can't, like, the day still gets away from you
Yeah.
even when you're trying to, stop that from happening. So I still have to knock that out if it's a priority for me. I was really excited to do this episode because I am not really good at cold calling, or I guess I'm good at it if I have to be, but it's the doing the cold calling, actually picking up that phone, making that first call, that is the hardest part for me. Opening my CRM and eating it.
Without name dropping which services either one of us are using, let's just keep it neutral. Do you do online leads?
Yes.
Do you purchase? Okay. So when your online leads come in, like, are you furnished information to where you can see kind of what they're interested in? Or is it just Joe Smith would like to purchase a house in 6 months and like, that's all you got?
No, I get pretty good info and talking points. You're right. I get what you're getting at.
Okay. Okay. What phone call do you find most difficult to make? Is it that, I'm thinking about buying in 6 months and I've never bought before, first time home buyer, or that person that's just like, I'm on a deadline, I need something fucking now?
Oh, those are exciting. I'm like, shh, you're with me now. Shh. No worries. Okay. No need to worry. Okay. Honestly, I don't fear picking up the phone for any of the leads because that's not the issue. The issue is just actually calling somebody. I hate talking to people on the phone. So,
look, I don't judge
so
you.
I have to go out of my way to like talk to people on the phone.
Look, I feel the same way, and I know a lot of us do, just a lot of agents won't say it out loud, and that's one of the reasons you and I are friends. I feel like that sentiment is shared by a lot of agents. Our job is to be on all day. Hi, my name is Amanda. How can I help you? I would love to talk you through the first 15 steps of buying a home. How's your mom? How's your dog? How's the husband? How's the family? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I'm sorry you're having marital problems. Let me talk you through it. No, it's it's a lot, and I'm talked out, honestly, sometimes, and you do have to have a certain energy when calling people and have that intent. And you're right, sometimes the most difficult part is just picking up the phone, but once I do, I have to bang them all out immediately. There is no one phone call. Okay.
Exactly, but it actually gets easier. Like, the first phone call is the hardest. 100% the hardest because you made that decision. For those wondering why Amanda is super unprofessional and decided to just start laughing in the middle of her podcast recording, if you can't see our screen, it's because I put the safe word up because I don't like cold calling and I'm feeling unsafe right now.
I do forget that a portion of this is just a podcast. It doesn't have the video to go along. Sandy's smart ass has a ticker going along the bottom of our video that says safe word equals baloney! Exclamation point. That is why I started laughing.
She's misleading you. I had 3 exclamation points.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Let me underplay it. Yes, exactly. That's fine. Okay. What is some of the dumbest shit you've done to avoid calling leads? Let's just say it's like Tuesday and you're like, I'm fucking done. I don't want to participate in today, but you have to make your calls because obviously if you don't make your calls every day, you're a failure. That's what all the fancy coaches say, make your calls.
So this is the game that Amanda and I are about to play. We decided to do a game that's shit you do before calling leads, or shit you had done before calling leads. To avoid calling leads. So I want you to go first.
When I first started sitting at my kitchen table, because that was my desk, I legitimately cleaned the grout of my kitchen floor rather than reaching out to people I didn't know.
Because that needed to get done.
Right then. Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, I've done things like that as well. I've color coded, arranged all the hangers in every closet.
Oh, honey. That's
Mhm.
where we're at? No,
Yep.
I haven't I've created full-on marketing campaigns, like, I've come up with legit postcard video, like, a full-on marketing campaign because I felt like that was still working rather than
Same here. And
Mhm.
I've redone my business plan. Like, okay, before I can even start making money, I have to get really organized about this.
I'm suddenly very interested in catching up on my QuickBooks and my mileage.
Yes. Oh my God. I would rather do my taxes. How? Oh, that's again Amanda's fault, you guys.
Okay,
I am
look,
so
this is
sorry.
live, so shit
I am
happens.
so sorry. And she will edit this out, won't
Maybe.
she?
We'll see. No,
I
if you ever wanna get caught up on your financials, start your
Yes.
day intending on calling leads. Your QuickBooks will be immaculate.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Cleaning up spreadsheets, things like that. Scanning in all of my mail and organizing it in digital form.
You win. You win. Is that something you do, like, in life?
Yeah, I don't like paper.
So, you get the paper in the mail, you open it, you scan it in, and
Yes,
then it's just gone.
put it down.
Okay, the dogs are not cooperating, and that's where we're at. It's
I
either
can't
the
I can't
Amazon guy
pause it.
right, we can't pause it. So, it's either the Amazon guy is here or, I don't know, some
Okay, well,
randos at my front door.
all 0 people watching this live will be super offended.
Okay, okay. Let's
But you know
offer
what? One day
what?
they're gonna like when after we're real estate famous, and then we're all
Right.
like, "Hey, don't follow me. Don't take pictures of me. I'm too famous." After that happens, they're gonna come back and watch this rogue episode that we did, and they're gonna be like, "Look at those chooches."
Right. Right, I'm gonna stick to that. That makes me feel better, yes. Stop
Mhm.
it. Okay.
Well, this was a
Okay.
great episode.
Well okay, so let's offer some value. New agents, what is something that we can share to just encourage them to just get on the phone?
I have an
Just do it.
idea. I have
Mm.
another game idea.
Oh god.
I think we should act out a couple of phone calls.
This is what we're doing with the barking dogs? This is where this is headed? Okay.
Well, you know, we gotta do something to fill in the gaps of barking, so
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna do some live role playing, folks. Who goes first?
I'll
Do
go
you wanna be
first
the
if you
caller?
want.
You wanna be the
Yeah,
agent?
I can be the agent.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
Sorry, I had to mean mug the dog like it means anything. It's on my, fake position of power. Okay. You ready? Let's roll.
Mhm.
Ring, 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 ring.
Oh, I thought I was calling you. Do you want
We're
me
not
to
setting a
be
great example. Do you know that? This is
okay?
not like, I feel like a fairly established agent,
Just
and this is
answer
what
the
we fucking
phone.
have to offer. Hello?
Just
Hi.
answer
Hi,
the
this is Amanda.
Hey, Amanda, this is Sandy, XP Realty. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Sandy?
Good. Hey, I was just calling about your house, 123 Main Street. Do you still have that listed for sale? By the
I
way, you
do.
guys, she's selling it herself. She's stupid. So
Oh, you need to
I'm
tell me
just
about
letting you
it.
guys know. I just had to test you need to
Okay.
know that you're a FISBO, okay?
Let me put on my dumbass hat real quick. Okay. So, yes. Hi,
Okay.
Sandy. I do have that for sale. Are you interested to come and see it?
Yeah, I actually have a buyer that does want to see it. By the way, guys, I don't believe in not bringing a buyer. Don't be that guy that says they have a buyer and you don't have a buyer. Like, I usually only call FISBOs when I have a buyer. So, okay, yes, Amanda, I have a buyer. They're interested in seeing it. I have 3 other houses scheduled for them that day. They're only in town for tomorrow and house today. They're only in town this weekend. Do you mind if we can get in at 4 p.m. or even 6 tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be okay with me. If I may ask, is your buyer, I mean, are they qualified?
Oh yeah, totally. I can, if you give me your email address, I can send you their letter of pre-approval. And also, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, could you send me the seller's disclosure and lead-based paint as well?
See what you did there, Sandy, because you're trying to get me to say, well, Sandy, I don't have those. I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I can bring them with me. You know, you just need those filled out before we can make an offer. So by the way, guys, I was also testing the water to see if there were any offers, because if they don't have it, then they don't have any offers yet. So that's good.
So by you coming and showing my house, does this obligate me to anything? I'm not really sure I'm ready to pay any realtor commissions. Money's tight and I'm cheap.
Yeah, no, I got you. No, this does not obligate you at all. It's just that I represent these particular buyers. So that's the only thing that I just need you to know is I'm not your listing agent, but I am a real estate agent and I do represent my buyers. They asked me to call you. So is that going to be okay?
Yes, that would be okay. You're not
Okay,
gonna spam me with a whole bunch of drip campaigns if I give you my email address, are you?
not unless you beg me to.
All right, Sandy, you win. You can come look at my
Okay,
damn.
just okay. But also, so other things that I would say is I would also ask, like, where are you moving after this? Why are you selling? Some things like that, because number one, I'm trying to find out for my buyers, like all the leverage I can for them. And then the other thing is, well, if you need to buy, like I can help you with that if I don't even get their listing, right? Or I can find them an agent that can, you know, if they're moving to Texas, for instance, I'm going to say, oh my God, I work with Amanda. She's great in Houston. Like, do you need your agent yet? Well, then dump your agent. Use Amanda. Don't be stupid twice. So, the other thing that I've had FSBOs do is they have, you know, really tried to stick me in a corner on commission. Well, if you do like end up writing an offer, usually what I tell people is we don't really even need to discuss it until I'm bringing you an offer, because it really doesn't matter what I'm going to charge you if if my clients aren't even going to write on it. Like, we don't have to go through this. They start in with a show and show down the street, said they do it for this much. And I'm like, well, did so and so bring you an offer?
I've heard that too. Yeah. So and so said that they'll do it for
Yeah.
4% or 3.5%. I'm like, well, that's wonderful. Did so and so show you a marketing plan and what they'll be removing from their marketing plan if they even have one when they reduce the
Mm-hmm.
amount of commission and blah, 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 blah.
And that's exactly what I do is that's a completely, we'll have to do a whole episode on that. Do you want to do a context call to me real quick?
I don't do for sale by owners.
Do you want to do an expired? Do you want to do a cold call to a lead? Just set the tone and
Yes, absolutely. I'll be the agent. You be an online lead that clicked on one of my ads.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, I was calling for Sandy. I can't with that face, Sandy. Sandy's got the Mean Girls face on right now for those podcasters. She's just rolling her eyes, just giving like side eye. Hello. At least when I'm making calls, I can't see their fucking face. So, okay. I'm sorry. Restart. Hi, I was calling for Sandy.
Wrong number. Do you really ask for them by name? I just go right into it. Because if they're like, hey, is this Sandy? I'm like, nope, click.
People aren't that bad here. They just avoid you. Let me tell you something. For every 10 phone calls I make, actual phone calls, I'll get 1 or 2 people to answer the phone. For every 10 text messages I send, if it's a well done text message, it's not like
Mhm.
some canned shitty 2 sentences, I'll get 5 or 6 responses back. People do not
Mhm.
answer phone numbers they do not know. I do not answer phone numbers I don't know. I can be that agent. It's like fucking I'll sit there and watch my phone ring and say, "You're gonna have to text me," because I don't feel like
Mhm.
talking out loud. What the old joke,
Sorry, can't sorry, can't talk. What do you need?
what's the old agent joke? What's our favorite sentence? "I'm sorry, I can't. I'm with clients."
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
have an
yeah.
appointment,
Sorry.
to get drunk.
Uh, so I have a lot of luck with text messages because they're easier. But when I do call them, I do ask who they are because
Okay.
often
Yeah,
some
this is
other person.
Sandy. What can I do you for?
Hey, hey, Sandy. This is Amanda with Crimson Realty Group. It looks like one of our homes caught your eye online. Just kind of checking out to see if you had any questions.
Uh, not really.
That's cool. That's why I'm calling. I don't want my assistant to reach out to you 5 times a day. Just trying to kind of get a temperature to see if you're thinking about moving this year or if you're just kind of browsing online.
Oh, well, do you get the whole like, "Oh, I'm looking for my friend"?
They
Like,
start out that way, yeah. And this is where I
yeah.
just stop talking and let
Mhm.
them.
Yep.
Yep. So let's hear it.
No, usually right as soon as, Amanda says something like that, and as soon as I say something like that, they will start to give their exact situation. "Well, my lease is up in 3 months,
Right.
and I'm blah, blah, blah,"
2 seconds
and I
ago,
just
you weren't even fucking Sandy. Now I know that you have
Mhm.
2 dogs. You're in some shitty apartment that your dogs don't have room in. You hate your upstairs neighbors. Stop talking. "Hey, this is Amanda with Crimson Realty Group." "Oh, well, it's okay. I'm not gonna take up your time. Are you looking to rent or buy, or are you looking to move in the next 6 months?" Just trying to feel out things. Be very casual.
Mhm.
And if you shut up, they begin talking. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, very good.
Do you are we done with the role play or
I mean, like, I would just tell you, okay, so let's say I live in that shitty apartment with my 2 dogs and all this other stuff, and my lease is up in 3 months. What are you gonna say back?
Awesome. That's great information. Thank you for what now you've made me awesome.
Does
Good
this
to
mean
hear.
we're dating now?
Right. Baloney.
And then
Okay,
I'd be
cool.
like, "Oh, yeah," and, like, have it all on the screen.
Okay. So I would wrap up the call after this blurb. I don't do long calls. It's like, okay, awesome. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set you up on an automatic search. The market's kind of tough right now. But we have had success in getting people into a townhome or, their first home. I'm going to set you up an automatic search to where every morning you have a new email showing you everything that's on the market. Once you see something that you like, it's our episode timer. I should mute that going forward. Okay. Rewind. I'm going to set you up on an automatic alert, sending you new properties every day. Also, if you don't have a friend or family member who's in the mortgage industry, I'd be glad to refer you to our trusted lender. He does a wonderful job. He'll talk you through all of your loan options. And once you find a few homes that you like, we'll be glad to maybe go out this weekend or the weekend after and let's take a look at some. I think it's important to actually set foot in some houses and get a feel for the neighborhoods, and we can take it from there.
That's really good, and then also, I was thinking, oh, man, I totally forgot. The other thing is if somebody says, "Oh, I don't need to move for 3 months," like, till 3 months when my lease is up, I also, like, count backwards for them to understand, well, shit, you have, like, 2 weeks really to find the house
Right.
you want. Like,
When I get
um
people that are not ready for, like, 6 months or, "Oh, it's gonna be later this year." Okay, awesome. I'll make a note of that. I'll follow up with you in 3 or 4 months just to kinda see if you're on the same timeline. Would it be okay
Mhm.
if I sign you up for my once a week email? It's kind of a buyer value campaign that gives you tips and tricks, on buying a home, and by the time that you're ready, I mean, you'll be well educated, you'll know what's going on, and it'll just a lot of my buyers find it very useful. And a lot of them are, yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
And then they get an email once a week, and then I don't have to bother them, and they don't feel like they're getting spammed. And then I can see if they're opening that email once a week. As long as they're engaging with it, I know I still
Exactly.
got them. I don't have to reach out to them and have the shitty conversation that I didn't want to have to begin with.
Hmm. And I also like follow them on or like friend them on social media if I hit it
Oh,
off with them and everything.
I'm glad you brought that up. I don't do that. So,
Hmm.
like, I would
Oh,
love
I
to
am
know.
extremely stalkable. Any of you right now could figure out where I live, where
I
I
am
love
too.
eating,
I
but you'll
do
also know that you got the wrong girl when it comes to that.
I do not instantly follow leads or even clients on social media. Should I be doing that?
That depends on what you want to use your social media for. I have embraced that Sandy Burnett in all of her glory is not necessarily for everybody.
I get that.
By the
Okay.
way, I could have done this view. Do you like this view better?
I feel like that's not as in like
I like it way
oh,
better.
I think so too. It's a little less up my nose, kind of
Mhm.
like all in my shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, good. At the end of the episode.
It's on par. Yeah.
So, when all of our little baby realtors start their own little podcasts, we will send them back to our very OG episodes when we were, in Amanda's words, getting a temp check for how to become
Okay.
realtor famous.
You know what? I'm done. Okay. So, oh
I think
wait.
it's a great ending.
I
Like,
think yes, yes, it is. I
play
am
us out.
stopping this shit show. We are, yes, this was a very good first run with going live. Definitely some building points. Thank you for hanging in there with us.
Do you want me to end the broadcast or are we
No,
going to
hang on.
do our
Thank you
official ending? Okay.
I'm going to do our official ending. Thank you
Wanted
for
to
spending.
make sure you didn't say anything you shouldn't be saying.
I'm going to go drink after this. It's margarita time. I don't have to pick up the boy from school. There's a bus now. School has started. I'm fucking done. Okay, I'm going to do my ending. Thank you for spending time with us today. We have some additional content to share in the notes, including a companion blog that I've started, as well as a link to our YouTube channel. If you have any show suggestions, you can reach out to us on Instagram at realestate.rollercoaster or simply email me at amanda@crimsonrealtygroup.com. Sandy, do you have anything you want to add for closing out?
I'm Sandy Lynn Burnett, that broker girl. Team TBG is the hashtag I want you guys using for me. And I'm in Iowa and Illinois, in the Quad Cities if you ever need anything.
Awesome. Amanda Dockham, Houston, Texas, and surrounding areas. You can get me at
You
Amanda.
already did yours.
I did. Goodbye. I'll see you in a week?
And I need to write out my ending as well. So, okay, guys, this was just an amazing episode.
Right. I'm so glad I participated.
We enjoyed.
I'm in a completely different